Hello, Armchair Generals. My name is Tom. I'd like to welcome you back to my Japanese campaign in Hearts of Iron 3 using the Black Ice modification version 10.43. This continuing existing gameplay, and as such, I don't need to really resave the game at this point here, but I always do whenever I start a brand new game of Hearts of Iron 3. To recap, hopefully fairly quickly, we're progressing very well in Zibi-San-Ma here. This country, I expect to fall probably a little bit later this spring here. Where we lost Galmud, which is one of the victory point locations for this country, to a partisan unit, but we're now chasing him out and into the hinterlands. We'll hope to destroy him eventually. The final victory point location is here in the south, which we're now pushing in a very contentious battle situation. So we'll see how this goes. Communist China is my next major operation that's been ongoing for the last couple months here. We're pushing into these provinces here that ring around the capital city. We're actually, looks like we're doing a very good job fighting across the river into Hanqiang. This province will be the next one that we'll be attacking into when we have the opportunity. And then I'm hoping this episode will begin the assault on Yan'an province here and hope to see it fall fairly soon. We're progressing very well. We've linked up with the Shanghai beachhead that was over here. We're progressing pretty well in northern China. The next operational area will be in this area here. We want to rush through into to this river here and pressing in from the north, coming on straight down. We want to hopefully capture some more units. We've gotten probably over 500,000 Chinese prisoners in our conflicts areas that we've surrounded them at. So we hope to keep adding to that tally over here. We've landed in Fuzhou and held that without any sort of attack or response from the Chinese, except for now it looks like they finally got their act together. But with two militia and a cavalry division, I don't see, and that's not even probably a division. I'm sure that's just a regiment at best. I don't see how they're going to do well against a frontline infantry division. And we're going to be invading around the next operation for my Marines. This area is in Shantao. It looks like we're going into here, and I wonder where the rest of my guys are going to be showing up. But we'll be taking this port next, create a bridgehead here with the express purpose of pulling some forces, Chinese forces, from here down to there. Once that's done, then the next operation is final operation for the Japanese Marines is here, moving into Gungsi Click. We're doing all right otherwise. Our We're seeing green across the board for pretty much everything. Supplies, that's a little bit of an outlier right now. We're actually in positives for the last few months until recently. We're in the teens for our supplies, 10, 12,000 or so. We're up to 35 at this point here, and it's still growing. So I lowered the amount of IC that I needed from supplies into production. Speaking of, we're now going to be almost fully producing 4 units right now, which I would expect them all to be coming available around the same time. Um, I'm hoping that by fall we'll begin work on the Soryu and its sister ships that are waiting in the queue here. We'll see how that goes. Officer-wise, our high water mark was 97% for our officer ratio. We're down to 78%, which has not been the worst that it's been at. We're gaining just under 100 officers, though, and I think in order to, I need to get this up to 40 leadership spent to research here because I need to get my research continuing well here because we're kind of slipping, kind of falling behind in that area. Um, so that puts us at 88 officers, just under 90 a day. I don't know how many we're losing in battles per day. It's not 90 a day, but we've lost quite a few. That's why we dropped almost 20 percentage points. We've lost quite a few due to historical units coming online. We have some penalties due to that should be falling off very soon here, though. So that'll be good overall. We just changed some laws and changed the overall direction of how some of our ministers have gone. Uh, you can see we have a couple that we've kind of changed out. Science minister for one. We had a naval science minister in charge there. It was giving us quite a bit of good research, but I decided that now is the optimal time to switch over to a research specialist and hope that sometime in this year he'll provide us a research laboratory or two, something along those lines. But eventually, we want to move over to my carrier specialist because we need some carrier tech. We need to get ahead of the game on there. Otherwise, with that in mind here, I don't have any battles I need to keep a quick close eye on. We do want to keep watching here. This, I kind of expect I will still win this here. Um, these units are kind of beat up just because that's the way they've been for so long. I do have reinforcement coming in that's pretty much better off than the rest of my cavalry divisions here. So hopefully he'll help push a little bit further. I've got some other units though that need to get some rest and reorg. Yeah, this guy needs to stop attacking as well. Anytime I see anybody below 20%, I got to take them off the line. They can't attack any further. So we need to get some rest and reorg on my forces here in this area. Um, I'm not sure how to exactly accomplish getting them reinforcements just yet until we can take out Communist China. So they've got to do what they can do to try to take out Zibi Sanma. The attack here is going well, and we've been beginning some pushes here, but it's kind of hit or miss at this point in time because several of our units, like the Jade division here, they just got wrecked. Courage as well. They just got wrecked in previous battles, and they still haven't gotten their reinforcements fully yet. So we'll keep pushing where we can when we can. A lot of where we're doing best at is here in the eastern section. We'll hope to translate that to other areas pretty soon. So going forward from here, I'm gonna try to get to mid-April or so before the end of this episode. I'm not going to make any promises on what I will have captured by then. I do hope to be knocking at Yunan's doors by the end of the episode. Um, Going forward from there, we'll see what the events take us at. So we landed here. Oh yeah, these are some of the changes we've lost. Oh, we switched from 3-year draft extended conscription to massive conscription. So that's what that icy hit is for. And that's okay. We're actually up to I think we lost a spawn penalty, and we also changed some laws that gave us some additional IC as well. So that 1% decrease in IC didn't really affect us. Carrier horizontals, we're dead even. I'm going to wait till my next research project falls off, and then I'll start making some new choices here. Reinforcements can go down. See, we're building four units right now. Everything here will be done August and September, and we're actually putting some IC to the Cedar division there. We have a punish the enemy, which we won't take. I don't like the scorched earth policy. We gain threat. I mean, that's really, I think, all it does is you gain threat to all. And honestly, I don't want that. I kind of want to leave things the way they are. We'll have a couple more opportunities to declare war on other countries, Tibet and Xinjiang, after that, before we have the opportunity to take Pearl Harbor. But that's future. We're not quite there yet. I think I've got another set of Marines coming through here. Pixian. That's there. Okay, so we won. We were attacking across the river here, and it was rather tough, though we weren't losing as many troops as I was worried we might be. But this gets us across the river, and now we can start pushing along the river here so we can meet up with the forces that we'll have coming in this way. Okay. I have an armor unit coming in there, and I've got reinforcements to that armor unit waiting for them. Just in time all around there. Carrier vertical. Okay, so now we're at this point in time. Let me take a look at my nation because this is what handles overall IC and things of that kind of nature. But I really need to start working on my naval forces tech. That research specialist that I had was giving me some drips and drabs for various tech, but I really need to start working on my naval tech at this point. So we want to research 1938 tech. We will do so with these. These will both give me IC, leadership, manpower, definitely must needs. Supply, definitely need it in throughout China. Medicine, we'll keep going with that. First aid and combat medicine as well. That'll all help me for the coming battles here. So that category is done. Let's go to industry. We can skip oil refining, steel production, rare materials we do need though, because as you can see, we're 17,000 only. Coal processing, we don't need to worry about that. Liquefaction, that's energy to oil. We don't really need to worry about that. We're actually doing quite well with oil. And additional supply production, we do need to worry about. We need to increase the amount of supply production we have. This will help improve where, say, we're spending one IC to get one supply, for example. The overall here will get us, what is that, 75, 100%. So that'll just about, learning all three of these will just about double the amount of supply we get. So spending one for one now, once these are learned, we'll spend one IC and get two supplies. That will be very handy to have. On here, we want to do lightweight aircraft construction, because is this help out CAGs? I don't see CAGs on here. Maybe we don't want lightweight aircraft construction for right now. I mean, the fighter and the interceptor, sure, the close air assault, we have all those flying boats, naval bombers. But I thought this helped out with CAGs, so I think we'll hold off on that for right now. Electronic decryption machine, we don't know about subdetection just yet. We will. Let's start going to war with America. Radio, yes, we'll go ahead and learn that because that'll reduce the amount of delay. I've been seeing some delay in 100 plus hours, so anything to reduce delay will be very handy. Infantry radio communication, increased defensiveness and toughness. Sure, we'll take. Secret, we're not going to touch this category at all. I don't really have enough leadership to start pushing into rocket tests and jet engines and things like that. Germany can do that. Industry, we need IC, and that'll be the last one. We need IC. Everything else going there. We'll worry about fortresses a bit later. Okay, so this category, the nation category, is taken care of. That is, Yorktown is launched. Okay. I am willing to bet that America's got more carriers than I do at this point. But that's for a future thing to worry about. Chromite and zinc offers. Sure. I need both. Zinc kind of because it does help in metal generation. But also I believe that might be copper I'm thinking of, which actually we can look that up under the introduction help section here. Under, was it strategic resources? So we have Vickers steel as Japan, so copper is what would help us in that regards. However, for steel production, metal, zinc plus zinc and or copper help reduce the negatives that we see. Is that -5 for the Vickers steel? Not sure. In any event, if we get a zinc purchase order, that'd be great. Chromite overall for IC efficiency, yes, we would definitely like to get that. Okay, we'll just close that out for now in case we have to revisit it. So let's let this tick along here. Excellent. Current strength at 30%. How badly do we beat them up by? So they got down to 29% here at this point in time. They still have just under 7,800 troops. They're retreating down to here, so he's moving into here. I don't see any movement. We'll worry about this in a moment. I don't see any movement, so from here we're going to have him go over there and say, ha-ha, so that way when he retreats, it would either be to the south or to the west. That'll be the only two provinces he can escape to at that point. And I would hope that he goes to the west, in all honesty. So he's coming in. Okay, that's fine. Combat air ace. So we get a combat air ace. I don't see the overall use for them unless you're Germany. Combat air aces are great for Germany in regards to their air defense. And let me show you the air ace in question here. We'll We got a bunch of stuff happening here. The Air Ace, where is he at? It's an interceptor unit. It's actually, well, it's rank 1, so it's not as good in some regards to one of my interceptor units. However, he does have some benefits. Not all there. He does have some benefits that are better than an interceptor unit by itself. For one, you can see the combat experience there, 5-star. So it's like, wow, okay, he has a lot of good things there. I want to say his morale might be a little bit better, or organization. There might be certain aspects in here that are a little bit better than interceptor unit by itself. What I'd like to do, and it's not going to be terribly handy for me as Japan per se, so I'll have him probably join up with one of my interceptor units and just station him on an island somewhere and just patrol around that island. It's great for Germany because you can take the interceptor wings that you build and staff them with a combat ace. And even though the range, you can see his range is just about under 200, even though the range is kind of short, I like to set him in with defensive wings, wings that are defending Germany from attack from the Allies. So initial stages of the war, I'll post him on the Western Front there with interceptor units, and all he'll do is just fly cap basically over the country itself. When I take France, then he'll move into one of the bases around here that we've captured and continue to do the same thing, just fly cap in the area that he's at and just strictly defend. That's all I'll use him for. Um, as Japan, I don't find him terribly useful. We got aluminum. That's probably where are our resources? That's probably something that I captured here somewheres. I don't know. Um, it's got to be because of a province that has aluminum. Actually, maybe a territory. I thought it was blue for the strategic resources. Yeah, because there's tungsten. There's horses. But oh well. So we have aluminum. Air build speed improved. So long as we have aluminum, which we will have as Japan, we're doing okay. We won a battle, Hangcheng. Uh, that was across the river there. I was anticipating that to be a win, so that's good. Now we just need to push into here. I may let these guys escape to the capital before I start moving in on them. Um, they're actually moving. So actually, I think I maybe won in Xinjiang recently, and just maybe last episode, and just not realized it. So at this point, once I've moved into these two provinces, we've surrounded the capital, and just as I promised, a Tomatic promise for this episode, I will start knocking on the doors to Yan'an. I don't know if I'll be able to capture it this episode though. Carrier screws advance. Okay. And infantry support weapons advance. That's 1940 tech. That's 2 years in advance. We will cancel that out. Probably have a bunch of fuel requests, or money for fuel, I should say. I don't need fuel. Even though, well, no, actually we're in the green. So yeah, I don't need fuel. Thank you guys. We're doing very, very well in that area. Let's see. I know I've got planes flying still, and I think I'll just maintain that for right now. But let me check real quick here. We're beginning to move in a little bit further in, out and outside of the range of some of my units, some of my wings. I can't wait till I capture the capital because that has an airbase there, and we have an airbase here that's not currently in use. So my interceptors kind of split off into these areas. I need to capture that capital so I can move an interceptor wing over there. Okay, no order, so we're too far away to attack over here. How about here? Too far away as well. So we're going to have them relocate to a closer airbase. And I should have units. Oh, 2 medium bombers. We need to stop them because they're starting to get some strength hits here. Close air support, they're getting strength hits as well. Let's go ahead and stop them. I have, whoops, there they are. They need to stop as well. They're getting hits. We have light bombers over here. They're not doing anything. How far out? Quite a bit of ways. We're going to have them start roaming in this territory. This is my next operational area. Oops, a little bit too far. I'll pull these off here. And we will say here in this area. We'll do that for the next month, because that's about how long this operation is going to take. And that's it for our air power, right? Air interceptors, they're rebasing. I can stop. Yeah, we're supplying units out here. We can stop that. I feel that I have more air units somewhere else. I'm just not seeing them. Yeah, I told them to stop. These guys are rebasing or ceasing their activities. This guy, ground attack resting, they can stop. They need to rest, indeed. There's my air interceptors, naval bombers. They've actually only engaged enemy shipping, I think, just once, and that's all. Which, to be quite honest, considering the way the naval battles went initially in the start of the war, I've sunk about half a dozen light cruisers and half a dozen torpedo boats, motor torpedo boats of the Chinese. There really is that many targets then for my naval bombers. Okay. So they landed all along here. We're going to have these two guys move in to the port. He is going to support, and he is going to support. Okay. We'll get that combat going here, capture that port. That looks like it's going to be a good enough battle. 82%. Yes, that will be. We have one Marine here that can board the assault ship, and I'll have him directly invade into Shantou. Hopefully he will go ahead and do so. Advanced education, yes. Increased leadership. We'll let that ride because it's 36 tech. But yeah, we need that. Battle Shantou. Yeah, that was over way too easily, way too quickly. That's all looking very good. Up to 164 IC. All in all, very well. We moved into that territory here. Beginning that push from the north, we're going to be pushing down south to meet my forces coming in this way. On that note, this armor unit and him can join. And probably need to let them reorg a bit further. Even though I could probably, yeah, I could send them out now. Their org is at 38%. It's honestly better to let my motorized battalion and light armor regiment regain some of their organization. I have a militia that's going to sit there and stay, so we're going to have him come down into here. We'll have that militia stay there. He's going to come in that way. And we'll have one of my infantry units stay behind and defend across the river. I'll have them go into here, 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 drop off an infantry, here, drop off an infantry. They're coming in. Is it better to go out there or stop at Fuyang? I have more units here, and I have units up here that I can use. So yeah, let's go ahead and send him there. We'll drop off the motorized, and we'll have him come up there and begin to meet the forces coming in. Actually, he can just keep on going through Neze because this province has no enemies around it. Okay. These guys. So let's go ahead and take these two. Not him. Specialized infantry because he's fast. We'll go ahead and march on over. And they're going to follow along the same pathway here. We're going to drop him off there, and the armor will attack into there. All right. We've got several units here. I want to leave him behind. I don't need him over there, so I'm going to have him march on down here and begin to push outward. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to push outward from this province here, take these two provinces, and just begin to expand the beachhead out of Shanghai southward now at this point to try to link up with Fuzhou eventually. Okay. This is all looking very good. Road network advance. We'll keep churning along that, and we'll build our road network. Battle of... So is that the partisans that I... That's here? Yeah, that's got to be. They're down to 446 troops now. Interesting. He needs to come in. Actually, he needs to come in here and then swing that way. Meanwhile, that's fine. He'll move where he's at. He's going here. I think I can't tell if he's retreating to this province here. Yeah, I think he's retreating to that province there. So I need to kind of swing him around. We're going to end up with him retreating here, and then when I attack him at that province, he's going to retreat here. So when I attack him at that province, he'll be finally destroyed. Ugh. Ugh. The things you make me do. All right. We're looking all right. We got reinforcements here. That guy, he needs to stop attacking, but he can pick up the pace, and he will help support the attack. How are we doing here with the rest of our guys? Actually, not too bad. These guys will all come back into the combat here and just have them begin to head south. We're moving into there. We're beginning to attack here with just one unit. Tom, why are you doing that? Oh, that's right. We haven't gotten around to being able to support the attack just yet. He will also attack in there, while these other two units will support the attack. That'll accelerate. Yeah, 64 to 84%. Things looking kind of shaky there. I have a unit that I can move up. It's got a headquarter defense attachment. It's going to take him a while to get down there, though. It's take him 4 days just to get to that province. So 4, 8, 12, for example, before he finally gets there. This guy, I need to use some strategic redeployment and send him here because I need him up here soon because I will be attacking the capital this episode. Tom Mantek promise. And I need that railway artillery to assist in the attack because you can see there's a pillbox and fortress involved. I need that railway artillery. Road network, our national unity increase is the same. That's fine, but organization regain rate improved. That's good. Carrier bulkhead and single engine armament. Excellent. Probably have too many reinforcements. Yep. Doing okay on supplies. Actually, dropping in supplies a bit much. Let me push this up to 50. Start getting more. We're still building 4.5 units right now, so that's looking good. We're pushing in there just fine. Yeah. Wookiee. Yeah, they tried to attack me and thought better of it after a while. How are we doing here? Okay. So we've got our units there. The Marine that I'm having coming over is probably going to land directly on Shantou because we have that province now. As such, we're going to expand it a little bit here, the beachhead, and take the provinces surrounding Shantou. Our Marines haven't gotten back entirely. How many ships we got here? He can handle 250 weight. So these two guys, they weigh a total of 90. So I'm going to go ahead. 90. Let me watch. Probably. Well, no, 120. I'm going to have him get picked up. As I thought, it's the larger of the two shipping units, but nonetheless, the two remaining weigh only 90 together, and so that last remaining one will be able to handle it. I'm going to have him sail down to Shantou and actually rebase fully here. These guys, What do we have? An auxiliary ship. So let's kick him off. There we go. I'll have all these guys rebase to Shantou. I'll have that assault ship will come back up and pick up that remaining Marine that's left behind. My hero unit's going to stay there for right now until we get some reinforcements. He's protecting the area across the river, since that's such a difficult province to get anyway. We have some MPs. I'm going to move in. We got one that's going to go here. Do I have a Kempetai there? Kempetai here. So I'll put one here, and that will leave me 2 others. Choices. Doesn't really matter where I put them exactly. But yeah, there we go. And we have some Kempetai here. So that one, he's going to move over to Jinan. He's going to come down to there. I'm going to leave one here, and the last one I'm just going to put in Zusheng so he can kind of move around and attack Rhaenys. Slowly making his way to Dalian. Did I have... He's got those guys. Where is their leader? Down there. Oh, I confused the leaders. I thought the leader here was for the Kempetai here around here in Shanghai. I reversed the leaders. The leader that's still coming forward is the guy for all the. Oh well, doesn't matter. They're close enough that they can support each other, and I can fix that later. Speaking of support here, yeah, we're doing good. This guy, we'll have him come on down to Jinan. Pixian, Wuhan, Hangcheng, Pixian, Wuki. After a while, when you see the attack reports come in, you kind of realize what the enemy is doing. In this case, they're attacking Wuki over and over again to try to spoil my movement into Hancheng, because the AI knows that once I move into here and here, I've surrounded the capital. So they're trying to attack, slow me down. It's working, but it's not going to be helpful. That's all right there. These guys. Okay, I have this leader. He needs to be moving. Wow. I'm going to send him out here via strategic redeployment because my units out here aren't getting any sort of anything. So he moved to in there. I wonder. We're going to switch to attacking here. We'll see where he retreats to next. He will maintain his movement. Though if I see him retreat up to here, then I'll have him move down south. That way, his retreat will be either to Zato. Oh no, he can't even move to Zato, where he's at. He'll have to move westward, and then I'll have him pinned. Okay. I was looking at units here. He's fine where he's at. He needed to move, which he is doing. That's fine. He's okay where he's at, but I'll move him up a little bit closer. He will move up a little bit closer as well. He's coming around, and he can come down as well. Actually, move down to there. All right, we got some combat going all over. This is improving a bit. It was at 4%, now it's at 7. It'll be a close run thing overall. I've got units I've got to keep pulling off the line because they're suffering way too many casualties. But he's also suffering too many casualties here, and he's not getting much in the way of reinforcements. Sixian, yeah, okay. We're now pushing into here along the south quite well. Okay, single engine airframe, Battle Wookiee, Dehua, whatever. They attacked me. That was that long running attack here. Okay. Let's have him support the attack to get that accelerated. And I think I'll leave the militia behind. We'll move him into there. Yeah, that way this, and then from here he will move down into Zakao. It's a bit of a race now because I'm showing about 10 minutes remaining in my episode. If I leave it at 45 minutes here. So we'll see. We got Zhenjiang, Han Chang. We won both these battles here. We just need to actually move into the provinces. This will be done within the next coming days. That's going to take a bit. We got some communists. Nobody here. Nope, I don't see any red. There's a red. We'll attack with our MPs, and they'll come back, and then we will support with all those headquarter units. Oh, he's not going to attack. And he actually will also support because he's pretty well staffed for a army headquarter unit for Japan. He's actually pretty dang good looking. And this militia could probably also support that attack. Yeah. Shai Lao, they're attacking me there. So they moved a unit in just in time. They moved a unit in just in time. This will be kind of close, guys. We'll see. We'll see. The bad news is the units that were involved in just supporting the attack on here cannot support the next attack, the follow-up attack, because they got to rest and refit. That delay just hurts me. Carrier torpedo protection, cool. We're burning through some research here, especially research that I will be needing for the future. Kai Feng, we won, excellent. Feng Tai. Okay, that's the next area. Wuki, Han Chang, Zifeng. I think he's ready. We'll zoom him on through and just be done with it there. Who do I have here? We got some Marines that we're going to be boarding the last boat out, and they're going to Shantao. We're going to rebase. We're going to have these guys support the attack. And these guys will also support the attack. Like I said, I just want a little bit of a beachhead, get some breathing room around the port itself. And the next set of reinforcements, historical or otherwise, that come through, I'll send them there. And then my Marines will be ready for their last amphibious assault. You saw all those battle reports. It was a notification of battle report, and then immediately notification that we won. That was just, again, spoiler attacks by the Chinese. They just sent a unit and ran away an hour later. Very annoying. And in fact, I find sometimes, I don't think it's to do with the mod, the Black Ice mod. I think it's just the game that does this. But I find sometimes that you'll take a province and move into it, and then the enemy will keep sending units over and over and over and over, so that like for days and weeks, you'll be seeing these reports coming that they're attacking and 0 troops lost on both sides. Highly annoying, but it is what it is. So we won Zhenjiang there again. We moved into Hanchang, so that's good. Cool, we won there, so we're pressing outward here. There's Wookiee, Pixian, Chanzhou, Hanchang we won. Wookiee, Pixian, Zhenshao, the other one I need to look for. Back to attacking there again. Let's also move in with that guy, and we'll leave the 16th behind to guard that province. The 20th is moving in as well. Okay. Oh, yes, that was the communist that were popped out of nowhere. Oh, somebody wants to buy something. So the Spanish state wants one of our destroyers. I have noticed earlier versions of Black Ice, pre 10.4, you would get some of these production license requests, and it'd be for multiple units. Never double digits that I had ever seen, but I would see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units requested, and we get a lot of bucks for it. 10.4, that changed. I don't ever see one being requested and paid for, so you don't get a lot of money for these like you used to. But that's okay, I guess. I mean, it's if you're able to get those, then you can get some money in every now and then. This guy, he is ready to join the battles, and I'm going to drop him off here at Lin Yang, so he can help Again, this is all plains all around here. Well, plains and some forest, um, which is ideal territory for armor units all around here. So I want to send my armor and motorized units to where they'll do the best. We're holding here. They're they're attacking me here. Let's move. I just got a marine here. Let's move him up there, and we'll spoil that attack for him. The main reason why it's showing 19% is because of these infantry unit division there. They're pretty tough. These guys, the garrison, not so much so. Okay, we got Zukao are pushing southward still. Good, good. Zai Feng, they attacked me there. This is still at 9%. Oh, let's see. I've got pull him off the line and him off the line. Oh, geez, several of these guys need to get pulled off the line. And those guys off the line. We're down to 3 units. That's not going to be very, very helpful in prosecuting this attack here. That's what I was afraid of, though, is I wouldn't have enough units to come down here. Kind of have to wait till Communist China is probably taking care of for me to then swing some units over, some of the specialized light infantry over, and make that push down. So yeah, Zibi Sanma, I think I originally had said when I first started the battle, I would hope by late spring that I'd have it taken out. I was hoping for a winter for Communist China, so we're a bit late there, but I think Zibi Sanma is going to survive through till late spring there. We got some successful battles here. This is looking fine. What's the strength at? 26% now. Submarine crew berthing, 1940. We can get rid of that tech. Fuyang, we won there. We're pressing westward. We're going to be meeting soon and cutting off the units that are here. Probably 30, 40,000 troops, perhaps. We'll see once we pushed and created that cauldron here. Once we have that done and reduce it, then we're going to push westward even further, and then up northward here against what will be the remnants of Communist China. We'll have them conquered by then, so we can have all of this captured, and hopefully we'll get a couple 100,000 troops caught in there. Nighttime, so they're not losing anything there, and plus it's storming. I think it's showing winter. Snow is occurring there. So Xinjiang, again, I wonder how many times we're going to attack it before we actually move into it. We got quite a ways to go. And if I look at it, actually, got more guerrillas. He's not going to show up until the 26th. Wow, that's going to run pretty close to my end of my episode here. But I will withhold my promise, or uphold my promise and attack. Infantry gun advance, 1940 tech, steel electro welding. We'll keep that going. And the battle Kaifeng. Not sure why I'm focusing so much on this here, but I really want that guerrilla just destroyed. That way I can just not have to worry about it. So otherwise, other than this battle here, and that's now up to 18%, do I have anybody here that has any sort of organization? Oh, really hate to do that. 13% organization, and I'm just throwing them to the wolves. And we'll send him down there as well. Because these guys are just about ready to die. I need to get rid of them. Kaifeng, good. We won here, so we're pushing westward, and next will be that northward turn. And we'll have these guys all trapped. Not many, but it's a start. 425 troops, and as I discovered, he's going to be going to Zato. I'm going. Yeah, he's going that way. I'm going to go here. They're moving that way. Okay, we're going to go here. I can't play this game too much longer because the Chinese are going to begin to march into territory they've taken. I don't want to have to attack across a river, nor do I have to spread out my forces further than I kind of want the line to be here. We really need to eliminate this unit here. Really need to eliminate them. Still waiting, almost there. And once we've arrived into Xianjiang here, then we can begin the assault on the capital. Which means I can attack it from all 6 sides. There'll be several going crossing the river, which will give me some negatives. That's to be expected. Yeah, you guys don't know what's coming. It's on the horizon. Once I can get this taken care of, doing a strong, deep push westward and then up, and all these guys will be cut off. Otherwise, doing okay elsewhere here. Yeah, the extra marine definitely helped out. Xinjiang, we're there. They're attacking me again one more time. Let's see what we have in the capital. So they're going to support any attack here. They are actually going to, with the exception of the headquarter unit, they're going to move in there. These guys are also going to move into here, into there. These guys will also move into there. They will support the attack. Oh, they're getting attacked, so they can't support. They will support the attack. Or actually, I don't think they're being attacked. Yeah, they are. They are being attacked. Okay. And the attack stopped. We have to wait 15 hours before they can get back into combat readiness. We were attacked here, fended off. So what do we have? Looks like 9 units. One's a partisan. They're actually looking in good order. The partisan is not. They're at 0% because they need to reinforce. They're probably at 0% organization. This one, that militia is going to get killed pretty quickly. That militia as well. But they got 8 units versus my 30 are arrayed around it. We have a combat width of 34 since we're attacking from 6 different provinces right now. So these 2 units will probably be able to join in into the fun and games, and indeed they have. I can actually get more units in here, which I will once he is able to attack. Shanghai, Duxi, Kaifeng. Okay. There we go. He's going to support the attack. How are we doing otherwise here? Everybody's attacking that I can have attack. With the exception of this guy. 36 hours I got to wait before he can support the attack. We're up to 71% now. 9 units. Looks like, oh, actually, yeah, the partisan was just reinforced enough, but they're going to get killed rather quickly. As we wrap up this episode here, it's looking like we're going to end with this attack possibly stalemating somewhat. I don't have any further units that I could send in there. Well, maybe that guy. Yeah, I have a couple other cavalry units that I can send in too. They're about to break. Their organization is so low, with the exception of that garrison, that I should be able to get this territory by the end of the month, hopefully. I'm also hoping to kill that partisan unit by the end of the month, but I'm having to react to some potential pressure from the nationalist Chinese here into this territory. I want to try to maintain a line, so when Zibisan Ma falls and I puppet them, they'll be able to take over their whole entire country and hold it successfully and efficiently. So, yeah, that's how the West is going here. Communist China, as I promised, the Tom Mantek promise, I'm knocking on the doors of Yan'an. This battle should actually be over fairly quickly, realistically. There's a couple of units that are going to be vanishing fairly soon, and the majority of the good units they have are just garrison units. we're pressing in and creating a cauldron here. Um, he's getting attacked, so honestly, yeah, he can kind of sit there. We're going to help out very quickly though, because these units are moving and moving up northward to this province. So they'll be able to help out, and then we'll reduce this cauldron and hopefully kill several tens of thousands of troops. The Shanghai area of operations is now linked up with my main thrust up from the north. Fuzhou is just hanging tough where it's at right now. I'm thinking of beginning some operations to kind of push out a little bit into, like say, a couple provinces here and there, like say from here to here, here to here, just kind of spread out a little bit. We'll see how that goes. We've landed in one of our next to final marine amphibious invasions on Shantou. We're going to see this kind of expand a little bit, I think. I may just leave it the way it's at right now. I kind of like it the way it's at. We need some reinforcements to come in though to take over for the Marines, so I may just leave it the way it's at. I just need 4 reinforcements therefore, and then my Marines will go on their final amphibious invasion, and that's here moving up the peninsula and then to Gungsi Click. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good. I appreciate everybody watching this episode. Provide any comments, questions you may have on what I've done down below. I'll be happy to answer them. In the meantime, I hope everybody has a great day. Take care and see you next episode.